Welcome back to the Shop Mini RC, everybody. I'm Ken, and today we're looking at the Losi 112 NASCAR, and we're going to put a wrap on this. We got a wrap from Carpy's. We'll put a link down in the description below to check out their website, but they have been blowing it up in our Losi NASCAR group. We have a Losi 112 scale NASCAR Facebook group with thousands of people in there showing off all their different NASCARs, people doing custom jobs, people showing off their race programs, all kinds of cool stuff in there. So definitely check that out as well down in the description below, and let's grow an awesome community. Now, Carpy's has been doing some really great wraps for these guys. You can literally take any body that you have, whether it's the Toyota, the Chevy, or the Ford, and any livery, and just completely cover the livery and the colors. So like if we wanted to make this an all blue car, you could literally cover the whole car in blue. The only part that does still show out are these rails. So you may have to paint the rails if you go a color other than the color of the body. Or you start with a clear body, which is exactly what we're doing. We ordered up a new clear body from Losi, and yeah, we're going to throw our livery on there. So here we go. They have such a fun logo. I love their stuff. They do a ton of other things, guys, not just RC wraps. They actually do real race car wraps. And they also shirts and banners and all kinds of cool stuff. So definitely check them out. They're a full-blown print company. And we're going to go ahead and open this guy up right now. And we're going to see what we got. Nice. Oh, no. Looks like it kind of got squished there. Let's see. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy here. Oh man, there's definitely some okay. Well, maybe we'll heat it up, get an air dryer. I'm surprised it didn't come in a tube, honestly. That's okay. We will try to lay it out and see if a hair dryer will kind of flatten it up a little bit for us. Here's our livery, though. We got some carbon fiber look in there. Oh, look at that. Man, that's right. Hopefully it doesn't stay creased. Should be good. It's vinyl, so it should be okay, but nice. All right. Let's see if we can get it flat. All right, guys, we tried heating it up. We used our hair dryer, and it kind of flattened out a little bit more. We reached out to Carpy's just to make sure that things are going to be okay before we move forward. And they said, you know, any wrinkles you might see, any creases you might see will be totally fine once you peel it off the paper. It's really the paper. Their vinyl's super high quality, and it's meant to be able to handle and stretch. Not that you want to stretch it while putting it on. They iterate that in their little video. They basically have a how-to video. We'll link to that down in the description below as well. A how-to, because we're not going to go through and do a full how-to, but I just wanted to show you guys, and then we're going to maybe show any things that we have issues with, or tips, if we can come up with any tips while we're putting this stuff on. But it should be pretty straightforward. Just want to make sure everything lines up as you're putting it in. But we're going to go ahead and start putting it on, and as we go, we're going to heat it to try to get rid of the creases or wrinkles that are here. They said there should be no issue though, so we'll see how it looks when we get there. We're going to use a clear body, and we're not going to paint it at all on the inside. We might do some chrome inside here because the wrap will not cover over these little roof lines, so we may end up putting just a chrome pan on the inside, but I don't really want to paint it at all. If we do end up painting it, we'll probably just do a black inside, just to cover any cracks that might show from where the wrap doesn't line up. I love that these bodies are pre-cut. So cool. Makes the job so much easier. What is this? These are window masks for if we paint it. Okay, good. Don't forget there is a cover on here, like a protectant film. So if you do paint the inside, you're going to want to wash it out with some Dawn soap and whatnot. Maybe even scuff it up with a Scotch-Brite or Magic Eraser just a little bit. If you're just going to do a normal paint on these with no wrap, or if you're just going to use parts of the wrap and have paint showing through, you'll want to do that as well. But we're going to go ahead and, interesting. Didn't notice that it had the little roof flaps on there. Very cool. So we're going to go ahead and peel off our protected coating here, protected plastic. There we go. Should come off pretty easily. We're going to avoid fingerprints on it, just so our wrap sticks better. It's so cool looking when it's clear. It's so shiny, so shiny. I'm also going to wait to put on things like the wing and, is that it? Oh, there's other side panels? No, no side panels. We do have all the extra stickers here, so we'll be able to throw these on there as well. We're going to use their window stickers right here. Blah, blah, blah. It's got our name on it, so that'll be cool. Actually, let's see here. We might end up using this one because it says Ford. And their window stickers are actually the exact same as the Losi window stickers. I didn't realize that. So we'll use everything. We'll use these ones that have the Ford logo on them just because they have the Ford logo, and I dig that. But the front and rear windows, definitely going to use the ones with our name on it, for sure. Wow, it comes off super nice. Now, we're not going to show you every step along the way here, but we are going to go ahead and just do some of it. Let's see where we're at here. I guess this comes all the way down. It is definitely hard to see with the camera in the way. So I'm just going to do stuff. All right, now that we're lined up, I can more confidently record. We're going to avoid all the air bubbles we can. Now I'm probably going to go ahead and heat this up anyway, just to kind of get the adhesive to stick better. Maybe not stick better, just try to get some of the lines that are in there out. I do kind of wish that this was darker. It's not quite as dark as the stickers that come with the body. It's actually kind of transparent, you can see. So I do wish it was kind of darker there. In that sense, we might have to back it, or maybe we'll just get like a paint pen and do a paint pen back here. Kind of wish this was printed in white. The pilcher was done in white versus clear, but that's okay. Especially if we were to paint pen this, right? If we were to color this in black back here, then you're not going to even be able to see the pilcher. So kind of weird that the pilcher's in clear versus being in white, because like I said, if we back this in black, you're not going to be able to see that. So just be aware. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I'm hoping these are white versus clear, because if the white is clear, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. All right, got the rear on. Let's do the windows. Like I said, we're going to use ones that came with our clear body. So hard to do with the camera, sorry. Bam! There we go. Looking not too shabby. Kind of got a little mess up there, but okay. It's fine. Maybe we'll back this with chrome pen where it says pilcher. That could be cool. That could be cool. And then Sharpie the rest. Just we have to be very careful. Try to stay within the lines. But yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and start with the wrap. They mentioned the first thing to throw on is the wheel wells, so we'll go ahead and get those going. And like I said before, they said there's no stretching needed, so just get them on there and it should follow the lines perfectly as long as you've got it lined up. I do recommend keeping an X-Acto handy just in case you need to make adjustments. All right, let's get the other four on. You know, as I thought about it, they said to put the fenders on first, but that seems odd to me. I feel like you'd rather have the side on first and then the fenders kind of cover up any imperfections in your lineup, right? Also, they said on top versus under. Seems like that would make more sense to me. So I don't know. We'll see. I almost want to throw the other fenders on after, but let's go ahead and put this side piece on now, and then we can do the other side differently if we need to. And actually, before we do that, we're doing this next, the rear deck. That's what they say to go next. So we'll do that. That way we can start with having that lined up and then our side panels. All right. It is kind of odd to me that these are asymmetrical. I also noticed asymmetry right here on this bumper. It kind of like it's straight and then curves up. I don't know what's going on there, but you can see this is asymmetrical. It's not totally the same on both sides. I don't know what that's about, but it's what we've got. All right, so we did have major creases here and here on both sides. So basically like here and here, and you can see once we've got the wrap on, those creases go completely away. As we were putting it down, I went ahead and I applied a little bit of heat as we went down, just a little bit. And I don't even know if I needed to, but it just felt like, I felt like I should. But yeah, look at that. That looks dang good. No creases at all. Pretty buttery smooth there. Yeah, buddy. I dig it. Looks good. Looks good. Our white is printed white, so that's good. I think they just use a different material for the window parts. But yes, your actual white is white. So it's not like you have to back it in white. I appreciate that. Something I realized just now is that our Ford logo gets covered up by the pillar here. So I think I might just trim this so we can maintain our Ford logo and that black on the window. I like that. Ta-da! And again, there were creases here, right here. So you don't even see those creases. Looks good. Everything lines up fairly well. We got a little bit of crack here, but that's fine. I think that was partly our fault. And yeah, I'm going to trim this side as well. So I want to go ahead and just see right now what it looks like to go ahead and Sharpie this piece right in here. We're just going to throw a little bit of Sharpie line in there. You can use paint pens if you want, but I just wanted to see. Again, we're not trying to be perfect here. I just want to darken it up, and that gets rid of the crack a little bit. I think we might do better to use a black paint pen or a gray paint pen. So maybe we'll wait and we'll do that. Because Sharpies are not totally black, they're more blue, and this is not really a black, it's a gray. But you can see it definitely clears up any gaps. So if we have any gaps, we'll probably just get some gray paint, clear up those gaps. Again, they recommend backing the whole body, but I don't want to back the whole body. I figure the whole thing's going to be covered with this. Plus we're using carbon fiber look, so yeah, I didn't want to do it black, or I didn't know what color it was going to be, so I was like, well, I can always paint it after. So worst case, tape it off. We can paint the whole inside if we wanted to. And they mentioned when you do the rear, just kind of line it up right here on the back window, and then bring it in. It should fit right between our rails. And if we're off a little, which looks like we kind of are, you can always just kind of pull it back up and re-bring it back down. We're pretty off on this side. What's going on? There we go. And it doesn't hurt it to peel it back up, so don't be scared to realign things if you need to. And we're still off. What is going on? There we go. That's looking better. If you start to get creases or bubbles, just back it off and then bring it in. All right, so we're going to go and heat it up a little bit to try to get some of these little creases out. So we accidentally just put a bubble in there. See if we can get that out. And then these front creases, you can kind of see it's kind of ripple in there. In the absolute worst case, you can always take an X-Acto and just put the tiniest little slit, maybe along the line so you don't see it as much. Just a little tiny poke, and then you should be able to push the air out of any bubble you may have. There we go. There we go. Now we do have quite the gap here in the front, so we are, again, going to have to back that with something. Maybe that'll look good with the chrome pin. We'll do a chrome pin through here and the chrome pin through here on the insides. That could look sharp. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Next up is going to be our hood. And they say this part is difficult, probably just because of the size of it. You don't want to get air bubbles, things like that. So, and you can see there was a large crease right through there. And like I said, in spite of what that looks like, it's going to go away. So let's go ahead and line it up, and we'll be right back. All right, we've got our initial kind of piece lined up here. Just enough, I'm hoping. And then we're going to go ahead and we're using some heat. Oh, already dropped on. We're going to use a little bit of heat this guy up just a little bit, and then it should drop on nice. all we're doing is we heat it up a little bit, and then we should be able to drop this guy down. Make sure you're going into your body lines here on your hood, if you've got hood scoops, stuff like that. Just kind of keep bringing it forward. Man, that looks good. Look, that crease that was in the paper right here, right along the hood, nothing. That's actually the molding of the Lexan that you see there, but you can see right here, nothing. Looks great. That is fantastic. And I'm just gonna push out any kind of creases or air bubbles that we have in here that are from us putting it on. But man, everything fitting smooth, looking good. Woo, hotness. All right, let's go. Next, they show doing the side panels. So let's go ahead and get this side piece on. They mention laying it up from the center, not from the front or the back, from the center. So we're going to go ahead and make sure we do that. As you're peeling this guy off, if you have any parts that are not wanting to come off for any reason, just be careful as you peel. You don't want to tear the vinyl itself. And don't do what we just did here. There we go. Jeez. All right. If I can do it, you guys can do it. All right, so again, I'm going to line this up off camera. All right, we got it all on there. Just got to make sure you're very lined up here. Again, you can, in some spots, if you need to, you can kind of stretch it a little bit to reach up to where you need to. But you shouldn't have to stretch too much, if at all. There is a little extra here so that you can trim that off. They'd rather give you more than not enough, especially on spots where it's going to be meeting up with other panels. We just went ahead and folded it down. We probably could have trimmed this out, but I didn't really care. It's fine. The wheel arches here, they look okay like this. You could probably do it either way. I think in hindsight, I might have preferred to have the arches on top versus the panel on top. That way our fenders were kind of on top of the panel here. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to try to pull it out here. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah. So I was able to lift up right here and just kind of peel that guy back out. We're going to go ahead and replace it on top. I like the idea of having it kind of on top of it and covering up any gap and any inconsistency. Since this larger piece is harder to lay down, I feel like I'd recommend putting the wheel arches on after you do your panels, but you know, it's up to you. Oh yeah, I definitely think the arches should go on after, but again, that's just me. That looks much better. We're going to pull these out as well, relay it back down. Hot dog, looking good. Get our wheel arches on, then we'll do our rear bumpers, and rear and front decals for our lights and whatnot. We are looking good. So we are going to have to trim. There's a little bit of extra pieces hanging over, and we're going to trim all that off. That way we don't get caught on the carpet or whatever, get dirt up and underneath the wrap and cause the wrap to peel. So we'll try to trim that nice and flush to the Lexan. And we're going to use the provided front lights and all the different accents and detailed pieces. These side pieces, those will go along here. And yeah, it's looking good. This thing's awesome. Huge shout out to Carpy's for doing a great design. I know they are slammed right now with people doing requests and whatnot, so we really appreciate them getting to ours, and it's looking good, so I'm definitely happy with it. And there we go. Got all of our details on. Headlights, grills, sponsors, NASCAR Cup Series, tail lights. Now we just need to trim it up, throw it on a car, and go run it. Looks good. Pretty easy to do. Just got to be patient. A little bit of heat helps a lot. And yeah, I definitely dig it. Definitely makes your car unique, right? Makes it stand out, makes it yours, which is awesome. And for the price, I think they're like under $50 for the wrap, which is awesome. And you don't even have to use a clear body if you don't want to. You can use the body it comes with, and then just make sure you cover all the color and you're good to go. But yeah, very cool. Let's go. Yes. How freaking cool is that? Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's take it to the track. Let's take it to the track. Alrighty, guys, let's go ahead and run this real quick. We don't have any other cars out tonight, so it's just going to be us. We don't have any dope for the tires, so we're going to slide a lot. But at least you can see it on the track a little bit with the cool livery. Maybe eventually, oh, that's our first ding. Maybe eventually we'll go out to some oval track races. There's some guys racing local oval track, and we just got to make it out there one night. I'm driving one-handed. This is not happening very well.
Whipping up the track, 0-1 on the side. Losi moving swift, it's a lightning ride. Carpy's vinyl gleaming, catch the eye. RC racing, we touch the sky. Throw the wide open, leave dust in the rear. Custom graphics shining and ain't no fear. Lapped them again, they can't comprehend. Lipos popping, we are the competition's end. Vinyl sticking, sparkling light. Racing legends straight out of sight. Custom wrap, it owns the day. Nothing standing in our way. Corners we carve, precision tight. Laps we own, victory in sight. Trackside fans, faces all aglow. Whizzing past, fast, never slow. Remote in hand, grabbing tight like a vice. Pulse racing stakes, high rolling dice. Bleachers roar, tires kick the ground. Carpy's trending, word gets around. See us fly, challengers despair. Speed demon dreams, they're never rare. Legends born beside the rubber. Track scorching, we're undiscovered. Sticking, sparkling light. Racing legends straight out of sight. Custom wrap, it owns the day. Nothing standing in our way. Corners we carve, precision tight. Laps we own, victory in sight. Trackside fans, faces all aglow. Whizzing past, fast, never slow. Remote in hand, gripping tight like a vice. Pulse racing stakes, high rolling dice. Bleachers roar, tires kick the ground. Carpy's trending, word gets around. See us fly, challengers despair. Speed demon dreams, they're never rare. Legends born beside the rubber. Track scorching, we're undiscovered. Track scorching, we're undiscovered.
All right, guys, well, that was pretty fun. This thing looks awesome on the track, and I can't wait to see it with a bunch of other cars with similar customized liveries, or even the stock cars just will look so cool if they're all different and they're 5, 6, 7, 8 of them out on the track. It looks just awesome. So huge shout out to Carpy's for doing such an awesome job on the livery. Totally custom. They'll do whatever you want. Just let them know kind of what you're looking for. You can send them graphics, send them sponsors, logos, stuff like that, and they'll make it happen. So very, very cool, and you can't beat their price, man. It's insane. So yeah, I almost want to get another car just to do a different livery for the shop again, just because they're so cool looking. But yeah, easy to put on. Seems like it's going to be durable. No problems there. And again, you get to represent how you want to represent, which is awesome. So definitely check out Carpy's. I'll put a link down in the description below. And let them know the Shop Mini RC sent you. If there's any notes you give them, that would be awesome. If you want, you can always use our logo, and I will give them permission to use our logo on any of their liveries. If you want to include it with your sponsor logos, I have no problem, and I'll let them know if anybody requests the Shop Mini RC logo on their car. They are free to use either of the logos. Anything they want from my assets, you're free to use. You can just add it as a little sponsor, one of these little guys. Be totally cool with me. So to help support also You can like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bells. That way you know when new videos go live. And yeah, I appreciate all the viewers. Here's some of our channel members. They get to see videos early before anybody else gets to see videos with no ads. They also get behind the scenes footage and extra entries into the giveaways and stuff that we do. Plus they have a channel in our Discord, which you should check out in the link below in the description. If you like Discord, they get a channel in there, chat channel. So yeah, definitely check it out. And I appreciate all the subscribers and viewers, even if you're not a subscriber. It's just a click to become a subscriber, and it means the world to me, so I appreciate that. Alrighty, guys, get out there and build something awesome. Build a car, build a course, build a community, smash it, crash it, and bash it, race, crawl, bash, all those awesome things. Just don't break any expensive parts. Get a cool looking rig. Let's go.